Hello everyone, I am Jesús Alberto López Ramos, a student of International Business at Tec de Monterrey. Today, I'm going to talk about the Food and Agriculture Organization, better known by its acronym, the FAO. Well, first of all, we need to know a little bit about the organization and his background. And the first question is, what is the FAO? Well, the FAO is an UN agency specialized in international food production activities. They have the missions of ending hunger around the world. They are well known for his Latin slogan, Fiat Panis. That means bread is made in English. FAO is an organization who acts at the international level as a forum which discuss and negotiate issues related to the distribution and food. And also, they provide support to developing countries in terms of information and technology in order to modernize the agriculture. As an international agency of the UN, the FAO has a lot of members around the world. According to the official website, there are a total of 197 active members, and a curious fact is that have presence in every continent in the world. Okay, FAO have 7 main areas. The first one is provide information and support the transition to a sustainable agriculture. The second one is strengthen political and share policy expertises. The third one is strengthen public and private collaboration to improve a small-scale agriculture. The fourth one is bring a knowledge to the field. The fifth one is support countries to prevent and mitigate risks. And the last one is achieve food security, supporting small farmers so they can produce their own food. One of the most important things of the official website is that they have their own database, well known as a FAOstat, which is the world's largest database of food and agriculture statistics. And the best part is that have free access to information on 245 countries. We're going to explore the website of the database, and we will make 2 practical exercises in order to see how does it work. The first one will be compare crop productions between Mexico and the US in relation to wheat. And the second one will be compare the import and export of corn between Mexico and the US, obviously in relation to corn. Okay, now we're gonna go to the website of the database. Here we have the main page, which have a different sections. We can see a lot of indicators, a lot of rankings, a lot of database description, etc. Basically, here we can see all the sections that the website have. The data, the selected indicators, the compare data, definitions and standards, and obviously the website is in English, French, and a lot of language. Okay, we're gonna explore it a little bit, the website, in order to see all the sections. First of all, we are gonna go to the data part. Here in the data part, we have all the domains. The domains like production, trade, supply utilization accounts, food balance, food security, agri-environmental indicators, macrostatic, investment, population, input, prices, emissions agriculture, emissions land use, forestry, ASTI R&D indicators, and emergency response. The next section is selected indicators. Here indicators, we can see all the countries and the regions around the world. And now we're gonna see our practical exercise. Okay, here we are gonna see the practical exercise. We're gonna compare data. First of all, to this exercise, we chose a time range from 2000 to 2021. Okay, now to compare data, we're gonna see how it works. We will pick productions in groups. In domains, we will pick crops. We will select, obviously, US and Mexico to compare the two countries. We want to see the production quantity, and the item will be wheat. Okay, we have the graph. What we can see is a big difference between the production of wheat in Mexico and US in the last 20 years. In the last 20 years, Mexico has maintained a level around 3,500,000, and US has maintained a higher level, always up of 40 million. It could be explained with the fact that in US, one of the main economic activities is agriculture, and wheat is one of its favorite products with a lot of demand around the world. This is the first graph. Now we're gonna go to the second practical exercise. Okay, here, obviously, we're gonna pick a different time range. In this example will be from 1961 to 2019 in order to see the historical. Okay, here is that we're gonna pick trade in groups, crops and livestock products in domain, Mexico and US in the part of countries. As elements, we will select import quantity and export quantity, and finally, in the part of item, we are gonna select corn. Well, we have the graph, and from my point of view, this graph is more interesting than the last one because we see a big difference between the exports from the US to the rest of elements. A curious thing that we found in this exercise is that Mexico has more imports than exports in terms of corn. And it's curious because as a Mexicans, usually we have the idea that we are one of the best producers in the world. And this graph say another thing. And finally, I think that the most important thing of this graph is a huge difference between the exports and imports in US. The imports stay around 500,000 and the export more than 40 million. This kind of databases are really helpful for the countries who want to have control around their own agriculture. In the same way, I think that this kind of information can express the dependency of the agriculture in several places around the world. Before finishing the presentation, I'm gonna share a video about FAO. And basically this video explains what they do and explain their values and their mission around the world. This is an official video from the official YouTube channel of FAO.
Food, We all need food. Food is essential for life. Not just enough food so you don't go hungry, but also the right mix of food, so you get the nutrients you need. Without it, we would grow sick, stunted, or die. There are more of us than ever before, many more. In the last 100 years, we have doubled, tripled, and our population is still growing dramatically, but our resources have remained the same. The Food and Agriculture Organization was created in 1945, after we had suffered 2 world wars, a Great Depression, and countless other conflicts, famines, and disasters, which helped us understand that we're all in this together. Sir John Boyd Orr, FAO's first Director General, declared,
"Our aim is that every man, woman and child in the world should have the food he needs to be really healthy."
At that time, 1/3 of us was suffering from hunger and malnutrition. Although the population has since tripled, the number of hungry people has been reduced to 1 in 9. FAO is a neutral forum where most countries are now represented. Together we can change the system and eradicate hunger without compromising our biodiversity or ecosystems. In these 70 years, many things have changed. Together, men and women can now combine the discoveries of modern science with our ancient arts of farming, fishing, and forestry, and make this knowledge and experience available for everyone. This knowledge has allowed us to completely eliminate rinderpest, the cattle plague which decimated herds, and control the propagation of other viral livestock diseases. Integrate pest management without relying on excessive use of pesticides. Regulate fishing with a code of conduct for responsible fisheries. Reduce the effects of locust swarms as they move from country to country. Develop international food safety standards with the Codex Alimentarius. Set up the International Treaty of Plant Genetic Resources and oversee the worldwide collection and storage of seeds. Whether it is by using modern scientific methods or age-old remedies, the experience and expertise collected by FAO is available for everyone to learn from and put to use. FAO is also here to work with governments and civil society to resolve the economic, production, distribution and storage problems which countries have to face, both in good times and in bad, and advise on how to increase resilience to mitigate disasters. We also promote farming methods and techniques to help avoid overfarming, overfishing and unrestrained logging to ensure the earth can continue to sustain us now and in the future.
Nuestro mandato sigue tan necesario como cuando empezamos en 1945. Dar comida a todos. Transformar la comida en un derecho de todos.
Even if we continue to multiply, we can be the zero hunger generation, helping countries to provide good, nutritious food for everyone.